listen, welcome back to our podcast. We've been off since spring. I know we always start off by putting God first. I'm actually going to do something different today, instead of a Bible verse. I'm actually going to talk about blessings. Here lately, we don't realize how blessed we are and what stuff we take for granted. For example, when we wake up in the morning and we see our significant other or kids or whoever you're living with, we'll say, hey, we'll see you later. That's the most underrated blessing that you take advantage of, because you don't know what you're going to face that day. You don't know, if you're going to see that person later or not like that. And we take that so much for granted and just saying, hey, listen, the Lord's willing. If I'm blessed, I'll see you this evening or something like that. Instead of just saying, hey, we wake up and say, I'll see you later. You don't know what the outcome's going to be, about what you're doing. And people don't understand, just to take a breath and take that second and say, hey, listen, not every second or every minute I'm guaranteed. And people say, I ain't flying, I ain't flying, that's dangerous. Well, it's just as dangerous driving a vehicle down the road from your house than it is for flying a plane. So being blessed. And it's not just, waking up in the morning, but, if you got a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back, and your family's healthy, you're beyond blessed, beyond measures. And that's the stuff people don't, think about. People think just because it's material stuff, oh, I'm blessed. In which, I'm blessed with material stuff too, but I'm like, God, thank you for that. Thank you for blessing me with that. But it's not all about that. That material stuff is not going to last. So that's what I want to start off with about blessings. Let's just do an open podcast. Like, we're going to literally talk about anything that we've done since turkey season to now. It can be where our lives have, transparent to where we're doing right now to getting back. Because obviously we took a couple months off. And we kind of said, obviously we took a couple months off from our podcast. We've had a lot of family events, I think, for all of us. Including myself. I just got done with my little girl playing softball, which was very successful this year. We actually won the Tournament of Champions, which is like a league. We won the District Champions, and then, District 13 Champions, excuse me, and then we came second in state sectionals this year. So we actually was blessed. And one thing was pretty cool is before every practice and every game, I made a girl stay in the softball circle around the mound, and we always said a prayer. No matter what we did, we always said a prayer. And what was crazy, when we was in that state sectionals, the game was supposed to start like at 4:30, and they had us on the field I think it was like 4:20. And we didn't warm up or anything. We didn't take infield or anything like that. They was like, come on, calling the head coaches up to the plate to do the talk about the rules and all that other stuff. And we just set our backs down in the dugout, and I told them, I said, hey, listen, I said, you're going to have to wait a minute. I said, and they're like, come on. I said, no. I said, we put God first. And this is for all these people. I said, we put God first. I said, we're going to pray before we do anything. I said, if you want to throw me out after that, I said, I don't care. I said, but we're going to put God first. I said, come on, girl. So we stood around the mound and we prayed and stuff like that. I told her, I said, go in the dugout. And I said, all right, now we're ready to go. And what was crazy about that, everybody after games was like, man, I have a lot of respect for you. Now a lot of people are afraid to pray like that out in public. I'm like, I don't really care. I've learned talking to God, you can't be afraid to talk to Him out in public too. So I just felt like if our girls learn something this year, and I've said this to a lot of people and a lot of coaches that asked me, what was your success this year? I was like, hey, it was God. But I told them, if they haven't learned how to swing, how to catch, how to do nothing but do with softball, if they learn to pray over their food and put God first, just something that simple, then I done something this year. And that was right after turkey season, and now it's late season, and of course going to college too, full time. So I've had a very busy time between after spring to now.
Lamar takes no breaks.
I feel like I don't. People think, I have all this time, and I really don't. We just got back from the lake today, and that's really a lot of my time. I actually get to, I coach my oldest little girl, Camille, in softball. So, I get to spend time with her that way, but I still have two other young ones.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. And so that lake time is for we all can bond as a family, swim, whatever, eat together and just enjoy each other, whether it's 2 days or a day. It's something that we're making memories as. So my youngest one, I say, hey Dad, you do all this stuff with Camille, you don't do nothing with me. So I try to be a part of everything, and it definitely is tough. And everybody asks me, so how you do that? God, that's it. God, time management. God gives me time management. And somebody, I can't remember, I don't know if it's one of y'all, somebody asked me and says, was it? Yeah. I said, you got 24 hours in a day. It depends on how you use it to be effective in it. So
I need some time management in my life.
You want to say something?
Sure.
Say something.
Say something.
What you been doing the past, 2-3 months?
You've had some archery tournaments, right?
2 national events. First performance was decent for me. First shooting known 50, which is right below known pro. I think I finished 4 down, something like that, in London, with a bow I'd had for like 3 weeks. So
nice.
If that amount of time to work with it, Metropolis, Illinois, that shoot absolutely killed me. I don't know what happened, but the wheels fell off of it somewhere after the first target.
The wheels fell off?
Yeah.
You got to crank that thing back up, but put it on the wheel, keep turning. Don't reinvent the wheel, just keep it rolling.
Just
new lug nuts, man.
Yeah, I couldn't even put anything back together. It's not good. We've got Coleman in 2 weeks, Classic. Been coaching through the summer, Tuesday and Friday. That's been going pretty well. One of the kids off the shooting team I used to be on, the Scott County outdoor team, he's been doing really good. And, all of the kids, like, this was my first year coaching. I shot on the team for 8 years, I think. And you be a part of something that long, you want to give back. So I went back to help coach, and just awesome group of kids. Every one of them was excited about everything we did. We've never, I don't remember having a group that was enthusiastic about land navigation. Okay, I was used to being the only one that liked that. Every one of these kids loved it, and it's just awesome to help coach them.
Now, you and your father do like God's Archers, right?
Yes, sir.
And then now, I can't remember the date, but ain't y'all doing sponsoring youth shoot at Bear Creek Archery?
August 6th and August 20th.
Okay.
Bear Creek, Bowman, right out here, just right outside of Norton, is having a free youth shoot.
There you go.
Age-appropriate classes, trophies, prizes, the whole 9 yards.
Right. And people realize this, your kids don't have to be a pro or anything like that. It's not about coming out there and winning. It's about coming out there and getting kids off the video games.
Yep.
And it's just having some fun outdoors. And it's really, I used to shoot down there, Robert shoot down there, Debbie used to shoot down there, Ross used to shoot down there and stuff. And I've learned a lot going to archery range from a lot of the older guys. And, it's helped me be a more effective bow hunter. And even doing these 3D archery tournaments, especially when you don't know the distance, judging that in the actual, when you get in that situation, that's helped me out a whole lot. And, I've also missed 2 in those, but I lost a lot of arrows, but I've learned from my mistakes. So, like I said, if you got a kid, don't worry about, my kid can't hit a target. So what? Get him out there.
I mean, if a kid comes down dead serious a tree, it's all right, because I watched Lamar do it during the hunting season.
Yeah, I did. Hey, was our first podcast we done? Right?
Yeah, you talked about
it. Our first podcast we've ever done. Go back on our YouTube channel and watch it. And I even have the video too. It's on there.
This camera's dead.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
I'm putting this camera.
Man, we're looking at the wrong camera. Let me line up here. How y'all doing?
But anyways, if you go there and watch that video during a live hunt, I mean a tree that big around, I right smack dead center of it. Okay?
That's what you want.
So, as a bow hunter, you're going to miss. If there's a bow hunter out there and they say I've never missed, he's lying to you. I promise you. If you bow hunt long enough, you've missed a lot of targets, or you missed your spot where you're aiming from. It's part of archery.
And
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and I'll leave you guys with something just to build on what Lamar said. Today's beginner is tomorrow's master. Always remember that.
That's
Ooh,
good.
I like that.
That's good
I like
stuff.
that. Man, we didn't make a shirt with that.
That's
Hey, it's not me.
fresh.
It's not me.
Confucius or
It's from
something.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of the great Stoics said that.
Okay.
that-
That's awesome.
I like that.
That's
Remember
deep.
that, guys.
Was y'all talking about the Iron Butt Challenge a minute ago? Is that what you're talking about?
No, but
Have y'all?
No, I know what you're
that.
talking
Have you
about.
done one?
No,
before?
I'm scared to.
I watched about $20 on one. Well, bam!
Now, where'd you do that? Did you do it down at Bear Creek?
No, I done it at. They had a competition shoot over at Shekinah Village
Okay.
in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and it's like a tennis ball size hole, and I think it started at 40 or.
I'm
remember.
not sure what Shekinah's was.
I don't remember what it started at, but I was like,
That's not my range
no
already.
problem.
Right.
I can hit that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It socked me out, man. I just
does.
it was like it was in my head because I have no problem hitting that normally.
Right.
But I was first shot, man. I was
Boom.
out.
Now, Dave, what have you been doing since our last podcast?
Well,
so I
we-
know you're a family man too.
Yeah, we've been camping a lot. You know, we went to the breaks and let's see, we went to Anchor Down, the breaks, and we went to
Jesse.
huh?
Jesse Lee.
Jesse Lee, and then we also went to Clinch River Family Campground,
Okay.
which is awesome if you've not been there, by the way. It's right on
And Natural Tunnel.
Clinch River.
You tell him. Toby.
And Natural Tunnel.
Tell the story
Toby's
straight.
back here telling.
Yeah, Toby's. If y'all don't realize, Toby's behind the camera.
Yeah.
Telling his dad stuff he's forgot. He's
Right.
the next cameraman, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we went camping a lot. Just on the weekends, nothing super long, but and filming weddings and
Right.
you know.
Now, I have to say, you're very talented at doing those. And guys, if you haven't seen
Definitely.
his work, listen, go to Devin Atkins Videography, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, Devin Atkins videography.
Schedule him today.
Schedule.
Right now.
Yeah.
Listen, he's very talented. Like I said, and you heard me say this a couple times about him. I don't vouch for many, but I'll vouch for him. He's very talented at what he's doing. He's very blessed.
We done. I'll tell this. This is funny. Yes, this wedding I filmed yesterday. Adrian Mullins is his name. I don't know if y'all know him. He's a paramedic.
Yeah, Adrian's a friend of mine.
He got. They was doing the garter or whatever, taking it off, and I didn't know he was a paramedic. And all of a sudden, he pulls out like these rubber gloves and puts on his latex gloves and gets out his stethoscope and is like going and pulling that glove. It was hilarious. But anyway.
Oh, I bet you I've been funny in the video.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I'm anticipating. I need to set my game cameras out.
Yeah.
It's about time
Yeah.
to get that done.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
set y'all's out yet?
Soon.
I
So
have
next
not.
weekend.
3 months ago.
Next weekend.
I know, well, not since spring, I haven't full with anything. Probably since turkey season. Trying to give everything a rest, not trying to go so much
Right.
in and out of the woods and stuff, but it's about that time to put them back out and see how everything's growing and herd wise, make sure everything's healthy, start picking out that mature buck, and if we found one, I ain't gonna say because you don't need to know my secrets, but if we found one
I'll be out
beginning of
there.
the year, we found one beginning of the year to see how that deer has progressed till now, and see how he's growing, so we can judge if he's gonna be a shooter this fall or if not. So, what have you been doing, mountain man, with that beard?
Right. So pretty much since turkey season, I didn't hunt very much during turkey season. Did a lot of fly fishing like I usually do. And then after that, me and my wonderful wife went and hiked Chief Benji's.
How was that?
Dude, it's amazing.
What is it, like 2 days?
You can do it in a day, but we usually break it up into two just because it's like a comfortable. It's about 9 miles one day, 8 miles the next day.
Okay.
So it's pretty comfortable. We have also day hiked it, but this time it was a 2-day trip, and it's just a lot of fun. It starts at the High Knob Tower and ends at Little Stony, in Dungannon. So it's a pretty good trek. Did a lot of fly fishing there, and then the coolest thing I've done since our last podcast is I started climbing and cutting trees. So
Really?
yeah,
How was that?
man, it's awesome. I've never felt like more of a natural at something in my whole life. And
What kind of fish? Because you like that lumberjack look. to you,
Yeah,
right?
man. So
Back here.
I mean,
So it's like,
right, all I need
and then you
is
say
a
it feels
chainsaw, right?
natural about it,
So
you
like,
know?
it's so funny, man. Like I've always liked cutting trees down with like axes and like machetes and stuff like that, but I finally got into saws and just climbing them. I topped my first pine tree. It was like a 55-foot pine. I went all the way to the top and cut the top out. It was amazing.
Now, you
and
doing this for work or fun?
For fun now, it's a hobby, but I would love to.
A hobby?
Yeah, it's just I'm kind of like a hobbyist at it, but I would love to pursue it, as a job.
I know a guy.
Yeah, there you go. So, and it's just funny how like the way that I hunt, how it helped me ease into cutting trees, because every time I go hunting, like I'm hanging my set and taking it down every single time. Like I never, I don't have preset stands. I hang and hunt every single hunt, and so just using the ropes, like the lineman's belt and like the safety tether, knowing those knots, hooking into the carabiner, even my harness that I use for hunting, my dryad killdeer, it's basically a tree climbing harness. So it's just, it's awesome. It's so much fun. And I pretty much got on the tree and went right to the top. First try gaffing and everything. So it was a great time, and I'm hooked on it. So.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Listen, watch this. Fred, if you watch this, I mentioned your phone, but this is Fred. Hello, Fred. We're still here. We're shooting a podcast right now. You're going to be live on it, too. No, you're good. I'll call you back in a minute. Okay, I should shoot this.
Yeah.
That was Fred. Hey, by the way, if y'all haven't noticed, the location is different from where we normally shoot our podcast. This is where we're actually going to be having our outdoor expo, May 13th, 2023. Okay, and Fred is our Norton City's manager, and actually would just call me. We come to get all the planning straightened out today with vendor sizes and vendor booths, and how we're going to set up and everything, and get everything going with the flyers, commercials, to spread the word out. So he just contacted me just saying, hey, how's everything going? Just checking on me. He's a really good guy. So, hey, by the way, if y'all need any events in the city of Norton, North Virginia, contact Fred. He's a really good guy.
This is an awesome facility.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I could see weddings or anything.
Yes, it's very awesome. And then you got, food places right down the road. You got Woodburger, Mafinka. You got Sugar Hill right on the backside. You got Sugar Hill Cidery on the back side of this. So you got dough makers. Literally, I'm looking at dough makers behind the camera. Yep. So everything like food wise, if you need catering, everything's like right here in location wise. He will work with you guys and make sure you have that dream wedding or just that dream event. So we actually told him about our dream about having our first outdoor expo here, and the city of Norton is all about it, and they've been very, very supportive in having our backs with doing it. So just give him a shout, and like I said, Fred, you'll watch this podcast like, man, I know I shouldn't have called him right then and there, but yeah, please do. He's a great guy.
What have I been doing since last time?
Yeah, what have you been through?
Working. That's all I do. I work. I don't get to do nothing but work.
All he does is work.
It's true.
Enjoy that.
I did get to put out a few cameras. Really haven't got anything great on my cameras yet. But I mean, they're just now, they seem to be growing a little bit late compared to what they usually do in that area.
Right.
I've got one. He's good size. I ain't gonna guesstimate exactly how big he is at the moment, but he's gonna be worth taking.
Oh wow. Heck yeah.
But other than that, all I've done is work.
That would work.
Hey Aaron, you still with Thorn? This is your second year with Thorn, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll let you have that. So I know you hunted last year with Thorn Broadheads, and I actually been looking them up and studied. I didn't actually know Thorn was a Christian company.
Yes, sir. They are 100% Christian owned. There's 3 owners: Roy Stouffer, Andy Buchanan. Oh, Steve White. Steve, I'm sorry if you see this. There's 3 owners, veteran and Christian owned, 100%. 100% made in the USA.
USA.
every bit, and just an awesome product. I usually use the 100 grain heads out of the crossbow. I'll run a 125 grain fixed head, mechanical. It doesn't matter. I think I've had one deer make 120, and that was on a high hit. That was my fault. But they're down quick with those broadheads. I love them. And a video that will soon be posted to the YouTube page hit the notification bell for this video. I've done a little accuracy test with one of those thorns, the new one that just came out, the XV. That's going to be a mean little booger in the fall.
Mechanical?
Yeah. XV expands to 2 inches. 65 yards, that thing doesn't play. It hits just like all the others do.
I'm gonna try them out this year.
You need to.
So I'm gonna try them out.
American made. That's the way you just pumped him up. I was like Rocky IV kind of excited, you know.
Rocky Fork style, man.
It's good. I probably will never use another broadhead.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Consistent weights too.
That's big. You got good QC.
Oh wow. I'm looking to add another safety harness. Mine's getting kind of wore out. To be honest with you, I've used it the past couple years, and I just want something, of course, newer. And you use dry hot killdeer or dry hot saddle, right?
Yeah.
So explain how you like it so far. That you use it for a couple years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain how you like it so far.
Man, it's just it's night and day difference, really. I don't know if anyone's ever actually been suspended from a traditional over-the-shoulder tree climbing harness, but it's very, very uncomfortable. And I find myself, again, I hang and hunt, and I find myself just hanging sometimes in my dryad and hanging my next stick because it's like a rock climbing harness. You can literally sit there all day. It's just super comfortable, goes on easy, goes on over all your gear. It's just super easy to use and super safe. You can, and even I just have the dryad killdeer, which isn't necessarily a saddle, but you can still use it like a saddle. So I can even lean back away from the tree and shoot behind my stand. So it's just it's one of my favorite pieces of gear I own for sure.
Right.
Is this you done a review on that? Right?
Yeah, and it's a good point, Devin. We have a rough review up on the YouTube channel. It's probably our best video so far as likes and everything goes. So it's just a nice piece of gear, and if you watch the video, I do go over everything. So check that out for sure.
We'll try to link the video up above so you can click on that.
It's a little different to get used to because like traditionally you would have the strap up behind you while you're sitting in your stand. Instead, it comes under your arm, but like it's not in the way any way you turn. So it's just a great piece of gear. Highly recommend it, man. You should definitely get one.
I'm definitely. They have Facebook and Instagram. I've definitely been looking at their website and to see their different types and how because I'm a big boy, you know what I'm saying.
No, they got one for you.
And I've noticed that, and so I just want to. Because I've actually been in situations where your safety harness, when you pull back, you're like, man, I can't get back. Yeah, if I can't get away, and you like have to let down, make adjustments and stuff. And then if I'm self-filming, not only if I'm in a shot, that deer might have moved, so now I have to let down just this without getting busted, and then try to reset again. So I kind of like that. You don't have to worry about that, and just set your camera, boom, right there in the shot, pull back, and everything's ready to go. So I kind of really want to try that out. I think it'll be better, especially if you self-film. You don't have to worry about ringing you up behind the back or anything like that. So so I'm pretty excited for this fall. Are you trying anything new, Devin?
Well, I picked up. I didn't have a bow, so my bow last year, and so I picked up a Matthews Mission or Mission by Matthews, whatever, for a big whopping $50.
Woo!
Yeah, and so I took it down to Beverly's, and they put me a new string on it, and I'm going to get it set up to my draw length.
Okay.
It was actually my. I've got a woman's bow, technically. Well, not really. It's for anybody, but it was a woman who shot it. So it had a purple string on it, man. I couldn't rock the purple string.
Hey, now.
Yeah. I had to get the. I should have just rocked it, right?
You should have purple and green as my setup.
Yeah, it was a little afraid.
That's gnarly, man.
So, purple and green though. That's awesome. It's like Barney.
Purple,
Yeah.
That's
the inspiration for my boat.
Just kidding.
I got
I'm
purple
not.
green. We got purple green strings like Barney.
So
Watch Barney when he was little.
Hey, here's a question. I've not hunted out of a tree stand a lot. Plan to this year. Is there a time limit on harnesses? Like every 5 years, or how often? Is there like a?
Yeah.
Well, I know like car seats. Kids' car seats have got.
Yeah.
I'm still using the hunter safety system, so I've not gotten to play with the others. But the ones I use have a 5-year limit.
Yeah.
From the date of purchase.
Yep.
It's also like anything else, of course. Just go over it frequently.
Right.
If, as long as there's no signs of fraying or anything, probably be all right.
That's good.
But
There is no second
Yeah.
use.
yeah,
So,
Last day I was in the stand,
Throw it away.
mine started to rip. So,
you definitely want to check, and that's just not just safety harness. When you hunting at a tree stand, I try to look over all my gear, especially if it's like a 2-man ladder stand, straps. Just looking, I noticed actually my straps last day of hunting season when I got down. And I missed out, and I try to pay attention. And I guess it had to happen between the time I hunted right there before and then that last day I hunted. The straps were starting to get a little wear and tear and stuff like that. So it's this year, you have to take them off, replace them, just make sure everything's, good to go. Yeah. So I also try to make sure that not just your tree stand, but just everything you have set up. I know a lot of people who don't pay attention to their bowstrings and get up in the stands and they shoot, and then don't put wax on them or something like that, and come back, pull one, and get slapped in the face real quick. Yeah, or break your bow, break your limbs. So try to do a setup. Try to go over all your gear, not just your safety harness, but try to go over your gear.
Speaking of gear, I told you wrong. This is my 3rd year with Thorn.
Yeah.
Will be
3rd year at Thorn. Also, too, speaking of like bows or anything like that, also we want to thank Beverly's Gun and Pawn Shop in Coburn for sponsoring this. If you need anything outdoor wise, from bullets, guns, especially archery coming up, go down and give those guys a visit. Hey, tell them Antlers Deep sent you. Those guys will take care of you. Great group of guys, very humble guys, and care a lot about their community and stuff. So, great group of people.
4th year with Thorn. Sorry.
oh man,
where'd you go to school at? You ain't got no math skills.
I ain't got no memory.
Remember to start. You
been
better
to
be
school all
picking up
year.
your ammo now for hunting season.
that's a good
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Pick up your ammo now.
Yeah. You got all your ammo?
I still can't find.
What do you
I'm
need?
on at 6.5.
we had some 2 days ago.
When I'm really 2 days ago.
Should have been there, man. He knows now.
He knows the guy.
2 days ago, that's already gone.
Especially, listen, y'all out there, you see Remington, Corlock, 6.5 Creedmoor, just buy me a box.
For free.
Actually, buy Toby a box. Buy
Yeah,
the
buy for
camera.
Toby, man.
buy for
Toby's
Toby.
good, man.
Buy for Toby.
Buy it for Toby. It's for him.
Hey, Toby, we're going to have you something going. Buy bullets for Toby. I don't know if they like that.
And if you need me to pay you back for my will.
But it should be a gift.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Toby, how old are you?
Hey,
Hey, y'all going to make an 8-year-old pay y'all back, man.
Buy some bullets. 38 years old.
Hey, speaking of bullets and guns, we talked about a second podcast. I just got introduced to, which I've hunted with muzzleloader, but I never actually owned a muzzleloader. Yeah. My golf father always owned the muzzleloader stuff, and he was old school. You had the double safety pull back, put the nipple on, screw it off safety and stuff. Now I got my wife bought one for Christmas, which Robert knew about. But so this has been my first year, the Lord's willing, to muzzleloader hunt. So you're back in bow and archery, and here I am getting in muzzleloading.
By
So
September, we need to all go shoot.
we all go shoot.
Make sure they're lined in and everything like
Exactly.
that. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
And we also talked about getting in some archery tournaments together and stuff, or doing some fun shoots against each other. Maybe we can get some pops, get a case of pops giveaway stuff. Okay, which I'm cutting back on pops. Which I used to drink nothing but water. And I know it's getting off subject, but we're talking about dieting, and it hit me like the Holy Spirit.
Cutting back on pop.
y'all
Yeah.
always
Have you
get
tried
off
soda?
subject.
You know what? I can't stand you. I'm cutting back on all. Any fuzzy drinks, I'm cutting back on.
All right.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our podcast. Hey, if you haven't yet, hey, like our Facebook, like our Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's all on Antlers Deep Outdoors. And also, too, if you haven't paid attention, we're doing a youth hunt giveaway at the end of August. So if you have a kid out there, I don't care if they haven't hunted before or anything like that, let's get some more kids out in the outdoors to just enjoy it and get off the video games. Just go to our YouTube channel, get your mommy, daddy, uncle, sister, whatever, sister-in-laws, in-laws. Anybody. I know all y'all watch YouTube because y'all can't fix anything anyway, so you use YouTube to fix it. So while you're on there, just subscribe to Antlers Deep Outdoors, get a kid there, and I'm sorry I'm calling everybody out. Hey, listen, I learned a lot of stuff off it. I'm with the group, I just said, so I can't fix nothing. YouTube taught me everything, or Google. So anyways, if you got a kid out there, or if you know a kid, just subscribe, 3 people, get that kid registered so, we can get him out there. All stuff is going to be taken care of, so any hunting equipment, whether they want to bow hunt or gun hunt, it'll be taken care of 100%. We got you. Please help us out.
Faith, family, and the great outdoors. Based in the beautiful mountains of Southwest Virginia. Antlers Deep Podcast.